That's right. It's time for the time grab shootout for Invicta. Which one of these watches will come out on top? Let's look and see. Right, up first on the time grapher is going to be blue bezel, black face, Invicta. This one has a part number of 35694. All right, let's see what the time grapher got to say. What do we got? All right, so far plus 13, minus 1, minus 10. Kind of a wild swing here so far. All right, another minus 10. We'll let it go one more time. Oh, looks like it's going to be a 0 again. And then the minus 1. So this one's kind of got a wild swing. Oh, looks like she's settling in. Oh, down to the -4. That's real good. I'll let it go one more. Beat pattern down there is all over the place, though. Minus 6, not too shabby. Let's see what else we got. All right. Next up, we're going to go with the all gold. I want to see what she does. We're going to go with the all gold. This one is part number 8930OB. Let's see what we got. Starting off a little slow. This one's running a little slow. Let's see if we change the position, if it helps it out any. Well, that made it worse. I don't know. She might be coming in. And just so y'all know, I actually took readings on all these watches earlier, and crazy enough, these are not the same numbers I got earlier on this watch. These are closer to the numbers I got earlier on this watch. Amplitude is just a little low. Maybe I don't have this thing wound up real good. Let's give it a wind and just see if it don't help out. We give it a few turns. Let's see if that don't up its production a little bit better. That's what it seems like. It seems like it was losing its wind. That's more like what I had earlier. There we go. Which is kind of sad because I just wound that thing up like an hour ago. So it wasn't like, you've been sitting around for days. All right. So we'll take that one off. Much better after we wound it up a little bit. If we get any of these that got a really crazy off number, we'll wind them a little bit. Matter of fact, we're just going to go ahead and give them a little wind before we throw them on there, just to make sure they're good to go. I don't want them to have no excuses. All right, now we're going black on black submariner. Respectable so far. Not bad. Very nice. Very, very nice. Easily falling within them cost specs. Awesome. All right, well, that's two really good ones. So far, you guys are kind of seeing what a lot of people are talking about with the quality control. Again, like in my first review video, if you remember, I said the 89 series watches seem to perform better than the other ones, than the 5-digit versions. Yeah, this is another 4-digit version. This one is the 8928 OB. All right, let's give it a little wind, just to make sure it's good to go. Zippity doo dah, bippity bippity boppity boo. All right, let's throw her in the time grapher. This one I call Bad Smurfette. I know it's supposed to be bluesy, but it reminds me of my car. My Miata, she's got a blue paint job with gold wheels. All right, so far not too bad. Looking pretty decent. Oh, that's real good. Man, look at that thing go. Again, right within the cost spec. So, I mean, for an $80 watch, yeah, I mean, this is banging. And I've worn all these watches to the shop while I've beaten bang on stuff. So that really says something about how robust it is. Now, let's see what else we got going on here. All right. Let's go ahead and take that one off. So far, 3 out of the 489 series have done really well. Now, this one's the 8927 OB, I believe. I'm going to double check. Yep, 8927 OB. You see the number right there. Kind of, if it'll focus. All right, let's give this one a good wind. Make sure she's got all the juice. Now, we'll see if this one performs differently than it did when I first got the time grapher and I was testing everything out to figure out exactly how to work all this stuff. Which is not exactly rocket science, but... so y'all can already see the pattern on this one is just all over the place. Oh, so woo! Plus 20, plus 86, plus 37... plus 20. All right, so this one out of the 489 series watches I have is the only one that is reading crazy. 54 seconds is a lot. That's way off. So So far, that one's Again, you're not going to be late. You're not going to be late. You'll be early if anything, but that's a little more what you kind of expect for an $80 watch. Let's see. Let's do the Elmo. Let's do the Elmo. Yeah, Elmo. Now, Elmo is a 5-digit series. The Elmo is a 35695. Yep, see that? All right. Now, let's see. We'll do Elmo right. We'll give him a good charge up here. Now, hopefully Elmo will do like it did earlier. Elmo performed the best out of all of them, believe it or not. Let's see. Yeah, see how nice and consistent the line is. -7, that's all right. They had a 0 reading at first. -5, you're not terrible. -4, that's very reasonable. -4, -5. Earlier it was running a little closer to 0, but again, that's fine. Because you're going to have that with watches. They will kind of go a little faster, go a little slower. But, this is very reasonable, again, for an $80 watch. Very close to them cost specs. And let's give one more. Looks like it's holding pretty steady at -6 there. The amplitude's really good on this one at 292. All right, now let's see. We'll go to one of my other 4-digit ones. We'll go to what their version of the Smurf is. Blue bezel, purple face. This is one of my favorites. Obviously, because I'm a blue guy. I like all the blue. This one seems to be running just a little slow. But you know what? We didn't give it the boost. Let's boost the juice and see if that don't help it out. I just wound these just enough so I could test out the tester earlier. Let's see if that don't help it. There you go. That's better. It was a little low on power. There we go. 0 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's real nice. All right. So let's throw the last one on there. Oh, well, let's see what it does first, and then we'll wind it up. Oh, plus 17. That'll run a little fast. Let's give it a wind and see if that don't help it some. Pretty ass watch though. I like the greens on this one. Blue is my color, but greens is a second favorite of mine. Of course, it's also the color of money. That's also another favorite thing of mine. All right, I'm going to tighten that up. Stick it back in there. Let's see what we got. Seemed to help a little bit. Oh, it seemed to help a whole lot, actually, it looks like. All right, so, well, I guess in summary here, as you guys can see, all the watches, kind of run fairly similar. A couple of them run a little bit slow. There's one or two of them that just are kind of way out of whack. But for an $80 watch, man, I mean, you can't go wrong. This thing, they run good. And like I said, I've worn all these to work, beating on stuff and everything else. I'm not quite so sure why this one is so far off, but I was thinking about taking apart one of these things and working on it, and, well, this one might be the one that gets done. Just because, well, you can't be having it be that way off. But I don't know if I'm going to be that brave just yet. So, if you guys were wondering about your Invictas, essentially what it kind of breaks down to is that you got a 50-50 shot of getting a watch that's kind of close to cost specs. And if not, then you get them that are probably going to be a little bit on the fast side. None of them are really running too slow. But according to my findings here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were within or very near cost spec. Actually, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them actually. 3 of them were plus 14 seconds or more. The Invicta Hulk, the black two-tone, and the blue bezel with black dial all seem to be running a little high. The Hulk, now on the time grapher, does seem to be doing a little bit better than my findings from earlier. So, I don't know, maybe there's some oil needing to be moved around. I'm not exactly sure, but the time grapher don't lie. Maybe I just didn't have it wound up good enough. But at any rate, the one that definitely has consistently been reading weird is that one. That one has definitely been reading funky. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it, shed some light on these Invictas for you. They are good watches. For $80, you can't really go wrong. I would like to see them have better bracelets, though. But at any rate, as far as their accuracy, they're not bad. Can't complain. Like and subscribe.